Hello, I am Hantis Farmer, adjunct faculty at College of DuPage. I'm making this video in a collaborative effort to show my colleagues how easy it can be to hold class online. Now, the setup that I'm going to show you is my personal setup. I stream things, gaming, a little bit of YouTube creating. You don't need all the things that I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you um, just straightforward, how do you put a session in Blackboard Collaborate Ultra on Blackboard? How do you uh, start and schedule your sessions? Um, and what can you do in Blackboard Collaborate Ultra? Blackboard Collaborate, preferably the Ultra version, which is modern, uh, is what you'll choose to use. You can conduct an online class as if it was in person if you have the right equipment for it. And there's a couple of variations on that. Um, but at minimum, you could even do it with a good quality Android smartphone. One. Moving along, this is my personal desktop. It has the uh, better video encoding quality, so that's what we're going to use for this impromptu quick training video. So where to begin in getting your class in Blackboard Collaborate? Well, you first have to get on Blackboard. So we go to cod.edu. You log into Blackboard. Teaching math this semester. I teach math most semesters. So I'll admit I've kind of prepared my class for this possibility for a while. Now, what we want to do is we're going to run through something that I've already done. So I have this link here that says Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. I'm going to delete it for now so that I can walk you through going and putting it up there. So, okay, so you come into your class, you see your first page. How do you get Blackboard Collaborate Ultra there? Go down to Course Tools, click Blackboard Collaborate Ultra, and that's one way to get to it. Now, if you want to make a convenient link for your students to use, what you want to do is go ahead and create a section. Now, I have a section called Online Resources because I use online techniques in my teaching at all times. But let's say you don't have anything like this. You can create a new section by clicking, content area here. You click content area and you create one and make sure you make it available to users so they can see it. Okay. And well, how do we do this? So here's your section. Click more tools. Now, Blackboard Collaborate, this is kind of an older technology that might require your students to install something called Java. Do not use this. You want to use this. Blackboard Collaborate Ultra. Collaborate Ultra works right in your web browser. So let's say until April 19th or further notice, in-person and track number of views. That way we know that they see it. And you want to also make sure your students know where this is. So we can take care of that with an announcement a little bit later. But let's take a look at, well, okay, so we have a link. What do we do? Click it. You might have to go through a setup process for your room the first time. It's just answering a few questions, but you can create sessions. For example, um, and what I'm having my students do is we're going to be online at the same time that we would typically have class. For me, that's 12:30 until 12:30 until 2 a.m. 12:30 until 2:55. We can even set this up to repeat Monday, Wednesday, and after, oh, not that, every week, Monday, Wednesday, and after how many occurrences? Let's just, for now, we'll put end on date, April 19th. Early entry 15 minutes before start time. And you'll see students have the option of joining by phone. Let's see, session settings. So what's here? Allow recording downloads, anonymized chat messages, show profile pictures for moderator only, share audio, share video, private chat. You might want to supervise all private chatter that's going on. Allow recording downloads. So that's also a good option for students. And also having class recorded can protect you as well as protect the students. So now we have our session going on, and this will automatically notify students, or at least it should automatically notify students whenever class is going on. Now let's just take a look at what the session looks like. The course room is a session that's just always going on. Hopefully I'll be able to record this at the same time. Okay, so that's my webcam microphone. Yes, it's working. Use your camera. I have more than one camera. So that's the webcam on my computer. We're going to talk about what a difference your webcam can make. You can see between the earlier video, which was taken using this webcam, and this video, camera quality makes a huge difference. But the webcam built into your laptop should be sufficient. Now there's a tutorial here, so I'll leave it to the student, you, as homework, to walk yourself through that. Later, close. So, okay, what can we do? We can click Start Recording, and now the session is being recorded. We can click over here, and we can see the chat messages. We can share content. We can share blank whiteboard. We can share files. We can create polls. We can create breakout groups for students to interact. We can share a particular application or part of the screen with a laptop like the one that I described that I have. You can even go ahead and give notes. So let's see here. Blackboard Collaborate Ultra should also be operating system agnostic. In other words, it should work in Linux, Windows, Macintosh, wherever you need it to, and maybe even on Android. I'm pretty sure it works on Android. So no matter what you might have to teach, even if you are doing something, doing a little My handwriting could be better. A little bit of Gauss's law. Um, Figuring out electric fields or anything like that. Anything that you could write on a whiteboard, you can write on this whiteboard. Another option you have is to open up an application like Microsoft OneNote. If you happen to use that, capture your screen and you're capturing what you're writing into your OneNote notebook. And then the students will also have a handwritten printable document they can use then. But if you're not used to any of that, just using Blackboard Collaborate is your safest bet. One other option you have, if you have a whiteboard, blackboard, or whiteboard painted wall, and also happen to have a computer that's well set up for streaming and they're in the same place, you can deliver your class content that way. You set up Blackboard Collaborate, set up your camera with it pointed at your whiteboard, and hold class with your full physical presence showing, and you're able to teach your class whatever it is that you teach them with all of the information presented by Whiteboard, if that's what you tend to do. What we want to do is make the disruption as little as possible for the student. What I'm going to talk about now are some hardware configurations that you can pick up if you have the money. A lot of adjunct faculty like me don't, if we haven't been saving up for it. But they don't have to cost a lot. And a lot of places will give you an educator discount. Yes, even if you're an adjunct. Many of you will want to know, how do you do this if you don't have a computer? It turns out Blackboard Collaborate Ultra will work very well on an Android phone. We're both presenting the meeting as well as consuming it. This is good for you and good for the students. It's more limited than a full computer, but in a pinch it'll work. Let's check out what is available at Walmart. Okay, so let's see. Cheapest Android phone, $41. Let's see, price low to high. Apparently, a phone can be found for as little as 50 bucks at Walmart. A tablet that's maybe not the greatest tablet in the world, but it could work, 80 bucks. Something with a stylus like this, 80 bucks. Is that a stylus or is it? No, that's a version of it on its side. That's a little bit deceptive, if you ask me, trying to make it look like it's got a stylus. But ideally, you would want something with a stylus so you could write on the screen. So that's one option. What I would recommend, if you happen to have at least $500, if you have or can get $500, that's without any of the discounts, you can get a Microsoft Surface Go. They actually sell them at the Microsoft store over in Oak Brook. You pick one up, or there's all these other places where you can get one. Let's take a look at the pricing. Surface Go. Their direct buying link isn't gone. some reason I got their business website. So you don't want to go to their business website, that's for sure. So, okay, here we go. $399. Microsoft Surface Go, $399. Goes all the way up to $679. This will do everything that you could possibly need, and you could buy it and use it exclusively for your teaching work. That way you're keeping your worlds separate and apart from each other. That's actually a good practice. As I mentioned earlier, if you have two different tasks, two different jobs, and there might be a conflict of interest between those jobs, you probably don't want to compromise one or the other um, by having their, information on the same computer. You never know. So that's probably your best bet if you can get this. This will do everything. $399 version will easily do everything. 4G version will let you do everything and let you go wherever you want with it. Let's say you don't want that. Hey, cut it. Microsoft Surface Go is one good option, but let's look at a Chromebook. There are Chromebooks that have a stylus, so special features, stylus. Let's see what we have. Lenovo IdeaPad Duet Chromebook, $279, not available yet. Acer Chromebook Spin 311, that would be good, $349. So there are a lot of good Chromebooks you could possibly use. Again, they range in price, about $300 for one with a stylus. Now, if you don't have any of that, the school appears to be allowing computer labs to remain open, and I suppose you could, in a pinch, teach your class from a computer lab. And I guess it's also possible all of the classrooms have their computers. If they have the ability to take audio in, like if you bring your own headphones, maybe, possibly, you could teach the class from school. So the students don't have to go to campus, but you do. So that's one assumption that I've been making throughout this presentation, that you don't want to go to campus or you can't go to campus, campus is closed. What do? If you can go to campus and you have no money to spend, as many adjunct faculty do, or you just don't have the inclination to spend money for this, maybe possibly the school can arrange some limited availability of rooms from which you could teach online. I'm just brainstorming there. So, okay, that's my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it edifying. I'm available for answering questions. Thank you.